Hey everybody, it's Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Thank you for coming in for another special STEM project. This project, oh, it's so special. Hang on to your hats. We are doing ice painting. That's right, we're painting on ice, just like it says, okay? So, what we need is ice, and we have some ice here and here. So we also need, well, you mean if you have a tray, that's fine, or you can get like a big enough plate um, that's deep enough to catch water as it's melting. Okay. Paint and paintbrushes. So we have paintbrushes and we have our paints. We got a nice little yellow and pink, and we're gonna get started. So first things first, we had to make the ice. um so pretty much you're putting water into a container. Now what I did with this, if you have it, before you put the water in, I sprayed I sprayed the cup and I sprayed the container with some non stick cooking spray. So if you have that, and if you have permission to use that, excellent, because that'll make it easier for the ice to come out when you need it. So this actually, I put this in the freezer. I put these guys in the freezer. You can see now it's melting a little bit. So, but you can put these outside in the cold now that it's getting cold. Now we are in wintertime and it's cold enough outside. You can put them in a freezer inside for a couple of hours or overnight, or you can put it outside. So then once you're ready to use it, of course it is nice and solid, right? So that's what happens with our water. And then this here, I put this, you can use, any kind of tray or a cup. So this one actually made it a little easier because it did split open. And then you get nice frozen solid piece of ice just like this. And now I'm going to put this here and I'll use our paint. Now, Frozen, right? So who likes the movie Frozen? You used to like it, no longer like it, but it was very, very popular, right? All that ice, you made a whole ice world. It was basically, about a movie about, characters who lived in a world of ice. So of course with this you can make your own ice world, and with your paint you can add color to it, just like we're doing right now. Also, you can also think about ice, talk about ice. Where have you seen big pieces of ice? What are big blocks of ice called? Glaciers. Correct. Yeah. So, have you ever seen pictures or movies where glaciers, right? Big pieces of ice that travel. They may be in oceans, and they may travel if they break off of a bigger piece of ice, and they travel. So those glaciers can travel, and it's pretty much what you have here is a mini version of ice glaciers. So as you paint, you can also talk about, how cold does it have to be to make ice? Temperature wise, let me get the correct temperature in front of me. It is about 32 degrees. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So if it's cold outside, and how do you know if it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit? Right? You can use a thermometer, correct? Or sometimes you just know because it feels cold outside, right? How does the cold feel to you? Do we dress the same when it's cold than when it's hot? Okay, right? We put on scarves and gloves, right? You don't wear your bathing suit when it's wintertime, right? Not outside because it's too cold. Absolutely. So these are the kind of things um, and properties you can talk about while painting your ice. Now, this is I love this because as you can see it changes color and it holds the color very well, and it's even starting to melt a little bit. That's why you want to be careful. So you can do this outside or you can do this inside. And like we always say, or like I always try to stress, whatever you do and whatever you use, you want to get it and use with parent. You need parent permission. Get that. If you need help, ask your older siblings, or you can ask a caregiver or a guardian. Because while we love that you love science, we care about your safety even more. Okay, so that goes as well with these, which you use a simple amount of material, no scissors or anything here, but you still want to be careful. You still want to make sure that you have all permission and help as you make your ice and use your paint. Okay? So, I hope you come up with wonderful creations. Let me show you mine. So I'm just going to tilt it a little bit. Ooh. We just tilt it up here. Ah. Now it will melt, obviously. So you can also talk about ice melting. Now, of course, this will take a while because it's thick, right? Pretty thick thick pieces of ice. But if they were thinner, of course, the melt would happen sooner and quicker. So you want to make sure that you get all your paint on before it melts. And then once it's finished, of course, how do you dispose of it? Well, you can simply let it melt, or you can take it and run it under hot water until it melts away. Okay? Well, I hope whatever you do, wherever you are, be creative with all kinds of materials. And in honor of winter, let ice be one of your canvases, okay? With my messy hands, I say be creative, stay curious, and this is Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Enjoy your ice painting. Always, too, let me also extend an invitation. If you want to send us a picture of this or any other STEM project that you're doing, feel free to email us at yp at Plainfield plfdpl.info. Okay? Show us what you got. We love to see it. Once again, Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Enjoy the winter. So long for now.